but for YouTube as well. So welcome to the YouTube audience. And let's do this. I updated the game last night and got the bell notification. Uh-oh, we got people in the chat. Scary thought. Scary thought. My good friends is in the chat, so we're happy to have somebody with us anyways. Yeah, so I updated the game last night, got the carpet thing and map that they give out. And the world map. And yeah, other than that I didn't see anything new really. So let's play. 12 p.m. noon on the dot. I'm pretty good about my timing for today's stream. Joe's Island is god tier compared to my wreck of an island. Yeah, well, I mean, I've put a lot more time into it than you have. If you're joining Trent in the chat, he does have his own YouTube channel, Gauth Games, which I fully endorse you going to check him out as well, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. That's what he's been doing lately, starting up Let's Play that, which has been highly entertaining. Oh, thank God. I've been trying to get Phrygia to leave for like 3 weeks, and last night she finally asked me if I thought it would be a good idea for her to move out, and I said yes. Because, well, she's not cool. Alright, so yesterday I built up my... Is the stream PG, family friendly? I don't know. I mean, I try to keep it relatively family friendly, but once in a while I might have to make a curse if something happens. Probably not so much in Animal Crossing, but some other games I might have to do a cuss. Tom Nook. Writing to advise you of some special Nook Miles Plus activities are available from now until May 4th. Part of the Nature Day event. Yes, yes. I do hope you'll come see me for more details. Got a new song. And some other junk that I just bought to give to some of my animals. Open that. Really hope I don't already have Aloha KK. Good, I didn't. No, I try to keep the stream pretty friendly to anybody. I'm making text messages. Oh boy. People bothering me while I'm trying to stream. People that know I'm streaming. Okay. So what are we doing today? Let's just start by talking to Rod here. Yes. Because you're the MVP, Rod. He's probably going to put his rain jacket back on, but that's fine. Let's see if we can't catch some wasps around here. Moved a bunch of trees around yesterday, mostly out of boredom and OCD, not being able to settle on one layout. These are all apple trees. Anyway, I didn't really know what I should talk about today on the stream because I didn't think that I would have much to do because of this. The shop getting upgraded. Which, yeah, did put a little hitch in my thing. But let's talk to Leaf here, see what is new for this update. What should you call me, friend? I'd say Grimace is probably good. To me, started a shop here, so I thought I'd pay him a visit. Sisters there at Island before we moved here. What a happy adventure. A new Pokemon anime on Netflix. Interesting. Yeah, I was pretty much up to my ear holes in weeds. What's a shrub? Ah, the English dub. Well, I'd check it out probably. I'm not a weeb like some people, but I would check out a Pokemon anime maybe. I've always wanted to watch the Animal Crossing movie. I don't know if it has an English dub or not. I would assume at some point somebody did one, but I don't know if there's an official one. The happiest shrub he knows, the azalea. Alright, let's buy some azaleas. Alright, what else you got? Roses, cosmos. Yeah, roses aren't native to my island either. I'll take 5 of those. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. The Animal Crossing movie? Yeah, that's a thing, man. It's like based off the original game, I'm pretty sure. Probably gonna spend all my money buying bushes today because of my guy Leaf here, but that's okay. And I don't have anything else to spend my money on. I don't know why I'm picking these up. I'm not going to be able to sell them. I guess I can sell them to the box. Oh no, the box wasn't there either. Gosh. Well, I'm going to pick them up anyways. Trenton is going to learn a thing or two about Animal Crossing watching this stream. I think. From a seasoned veteran dating back to the GameCube days. So, yeah, anyway, I didn't really have anything to talk about, so I've been thinking it's NFL draft day. And I was just texting with my good friend Logan from NFL Draft Geek. I think their website's just NFLDraftGeek.com, but they got a podcast and they put out their mock drafts and stuff. And wanted to give them a shout out. Sounds like they're going to be doing a live stream of their own tonight, which might be like a round one wrap up. Where did they have Javon Kinlaw and the South Carolina going? I don't know. You'd have to look for yourself. I don't keep up much with South Carolina athletics. But yeah, I was just asking him. I mean, he's a big Vikings fan. I was saying, what's your ideal Vikings draft scenario? And sounded like he wanted them to get. They got two. I'm not a cocksmab, that's for sure. He wanted them. They got 2 first-round picks, so he was thinking use one to get an offensive lineman, potentially. I think he mentioned a center out of Michigan, and then maybe move down with the other one. I said trade up and get Tua, which is what they should do. 'Cause I don't really root for the Vikings myself, even though I'm here in Minnesota. Truthfully, I just don't really follow the NFL much at all. But if the Vikings had somebody cool like Tua, I would probably root for him. Hot take? What's a hot take? Yeah, trade up for Tua. That's a completely reasonable take. That's not hot in any way. Yeah, but even though I've kind of over the years fallen out of love with the NFL draft, or out of love with the NFL, I've always enjoyed watching the draft. There's a certain drama to it that's kind of, you can deal with it. NFL contracts are, for those watching that don't see the chat, Trent said, who's going to take Kurt's contract? Well, NFL contracts are all funny money. They don't mean anything. They're all like 1-year deals guaranteed, and then at that point it's a crapshoot if you get to stay or not. That's part of the reason why I don't like the NFL, because the players are treated like a commodity and are not valued in any way. Yeah, exactly. He said the Aaron Rodgers drama. Yeah, that's it too. What was I saying? Oh, so even though I don't really watch the NFL, I still like the draft. I love college football, so the draft is like the achievement for those guys of getting to move on and finally get some payment for their payoff for their hard work. Beyond whatever love of the game or whatever. And anyways, so in spite of not really following the NFL, I love following the draft and I enjoy the drama of it. I can remember D2 or D3 guys. Well, there's the kid from I think he was at St. John's, D3 here in Minnesota. That he was a tight end in college, I'm pretty sure, and then he gained like 75 to 100 pounds to try to be drafted as an offensive lineman. obviously he's not going to go tonight. Tonight's just the first round of players, so like one pick per team, more or less. But that's worth keeping an eye out for if you're following it. Yeah, back when I was in high school, when I was really followed the NFL and did, oh boy, I don't. Has anybody from SIDU ever been drafted, Trent? I don't imagine that's true. SIDU is a small school in Wisconsin. Yeah, I didn't think so. Or was I? Oh, so back in high school, I loved watching the draft, and we would, me and my buddies would kind of plan like a weekend of it. I remember, so I don't know. I don't like ripping on people. I don't like putting people on blast, but I do remember. It's funny to me. It's probably not funny to anyone else unless you know the kid. But so myself and my one friend were planning like, oh, let's get together. This was back. The NFL draft was like Saturday and Sunday, so it would be like 3 hours both days, just nonstop football talk. And we, we're like, let's get together and watch the whole draft. We'll hang out all weekend, go to one of our houses and have like back-to-back sleepovers. We were not particularly cool kids. Not getting laid a lot, that's for sure. So we had this big plan, and then we told our other friend, Jason, and we're like, hey, if you want to come over, feel free to come hang out. And he was as big an NFL fan as any of us. He was in our fantasy football league and everything, and he just like freaked out at us about, why would I want to watch the whole NFL draft? That's so boring. Blah 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 blah. He just freaked out on us, and I was like, all right, well, if that's your attitude, I don't really want you to come anyways. But really, if it wasn't obvious enough, the draft was just an excuse to hang out for a while. And so we did hang out, and we watched, probably the first round and some of the second round, and then just kind of were like, oh, that's enough of that. Let's play some video games or something, and maybe turn the draft on the radio or something. I'm showing my age, but so it was like hanging out around the draft, and our one friend just was a turd about it. And then like the next Monday or whatever, when we went back to school, it was like, oh, I was watching the draft. And I was like, when we were like, well, we watched some of it, and we hung out this time, and he was like, oh, well, I thought you were watching the whole thing, you couldn't even do that. You're like, well, we weren't ever really going to do that, you were just being a turd about it. So, again, maybe you have to know him for that to be funny, but yeah, that's my NFL draft memory. But some people mean that you can just follow up what happened later without all the waiting with each pick, which can be brutal. Yeah, I mean, the waiting for each pick is kind of dumb, especially they make a lot of pomp and circumstance out of it, and like the pick, can be in for like 15 minutes, but they're on a commercial break, so it's just waiting around. But really, it wasn't, like I said, it was about hanging out. It wasn't about watching the draft necessarily. So yeah. That's why you shouldn't take everything literally, I guess is the message of that story. So here is like the most recent addition to my island is this ramp right here, because this secret beach is going to be the spot where Crazy Red / Jolly Red, the fox, will set up his boat. So I needed a means to get back here easily, and before there was like apple trees here, and the third level stretched out further. So I terraformed that cliff back, and then I just blocked off this part of the cliff. You could still get around all the way, but I just felt like it was kind of pointless. So I just put up a sign there to make it look like it was a dangerous cliff, just to be kind of cute. So I built this so it was much easier to get back here, and I wouldn't have to pull out my ladder thing every time I wanted, if he was in town. Shouldn't be... It's not that big of a problem, but it just seemed like it was kind of worth doing. What else is there to say about NFL Draft? If you're in the chat with Trent, terraforming is pretty sweet in this game. My problem is I can't. Oh, it's got. I mean, the terraforming has to be my favorite new thing in the game. It's kind of a game changer in that regard. My problem is I can't like settle on one thing, so I'm sure what my island looks like now. Well, even I made that video of my island tour a week ago on YouTube. Check out my YouTube. Just search Johansson. Look for this logo. Speaking of that logo, Gauth Games himself, that's in the chat, made that logo. He made my intro for YouTube as well. So big things popping from him. What kind of drama do I want to happen in the NFL Draft tonight? Well, it's always entertaining when somebody falls that you don't expect it. Of course, we don't have like them sitting in the draft room looking sad this year, like you would have in previous years. And since I guess I'm a terrible person, that thought entertains me. But what I want for drama tonight in the draft is because all the GMs are like working from home and stuff, is for someone to not be able to make their pick on time because they have problems with technology. That's my hope for tonight. And I hope it's someone I don't like the Jets or something, somebody that nobody likes. Like, you'd want it to be the Patriots, but they're, actually a well-run organization, so that wouldn't happen. And, like, the Packers, it could be, because Wi-Fi in Wisconsin, I don't even think they have Wi-Fi in Wisconsin, so they'll have to dial up the 56 kilobyte modem to try and get their pick in. Use AOL, one of those AOL free, like 72 hours, about free 72 hours of access. Trent's mom lives in middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. He says that his mom's Wi-Fi is booty, and since Green Bay itself is the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, that's how you know that that's true about Green Bay. Let's chat. I gave Ava here some glasses yesterday, and she didn't wear them. She isn't wearing them anymore. I find it kind of rude because it looked pretty cute. See, now she's got them here on a mannequin head. What's the point of that? Just got wished a happy Earth Day, which was, of course, yesterday. That's an inside joke between me and myself and that friend, because one of our... So this is a friend I've known since, like, middle school, and one of our old friends, back from those days, a couple years back, he texted me to say Merry Christmas. That was pretty nice of him. But he texted me to say Merry Christmas on December 26th. So I just didn't respond. And frankly, I haven't talked to him since then. Because it's maybe important to know I hadn't really talked to him even before that point for a long time. So just out of the blue, wishes me a Merry Christmas the day after Christmas. So, I don't know. I just found that to be sort of, what's the word? Disingenuous. So, ain't no one got time for that. So maybe I'm a crabby person for that, but that's fine if I am. There goes my shovel. Well, I'm just glad that happened before I hit the money rock, because I didn't want to lose my money from the money rock. Looking forward to seeing that fresh background there, Trent. Should be pretty sweet. Still under a half hour for YouTube, so I'll keep recording a little more for them as well. Plasma ball. Is this one of those things that makes your hair stand up? Oh, that's kind of cute. So, is that a Papa Panda there, or is Papa Panda bigger? Papa Panda must be pretty big if I can't fit him in this room. 30 minutes can go by so fast, other times it's like, how has it only been like 12 minutes? Yeah, that's for sure, that's for sure. This stream, probably for most people, has probably felt like an hour of just me rambling. Oh my goodness, that's a big boy. Well, he can sit in the middle of the room for now. Ready, guys? What? How do you use the toilet? Apparently the bidet does not work the same as the other toilets. Which I guess makes sense, because it should just kind of clean off your undercarriage. Put that in storage, put that in storage, put that in storage. That'll go in storage. I'll probably make use of that still today. Where'd those 3 apples come from? Did somebody give those to me? I don't remember. If you're joining Trent in the chat, let's. I mean, we can talk about whatever we want, really. If you want to talk more NFL, if you want to talk Animal Crossing, if you want to talk cute dogs you've seen out your window during the teen, whatever works. I guess before I sign off for YouTube, I'll remind those people that not only are we live today, but we will be live tomorrow as well for Tetris 99, the 12th Maximus Cup, which will be the Ring Fit Adventure themed cup. Trent wants to know what the Maximus Cup is. Tetris 99, free to Nintendo Switch Online subscribers, has these tournaments every once in a while called the Maximus Cup, and basically you get points during the weekend. The top 999 point getters, I think it is, get like 999 coins for the Nintendo eShop, I think. And that's, like globally. The top 10,000 or 10,000 or whatever. But the main thing is there's a special theme and song, and then you can, if you get 100 points, which is not that hard if you're any good at Tetris 99. Did I get this one already? I feel like I did. I can't remember now. Rats, I liked having that one there. I forgot I had the stupid thing. I should have dug up a tree or something. Rats. That one I know I got. For the high school photography class. Nice, yeah. So yeah, this is a Ring Fit Adventure themed, and apparently the song is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Probably just play till I get my 100 points, which the last Maximus Cup I got a first place, or a Tetris Maximus, on the first try, so I unlocked it right away. I don't anticipate that happening again, but could happen. So yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon-ish here on Twitch, and have highlights for YouTube once again. And then I'll work out a schedule for early next week for what I want to do. This week I went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just because there was these 3 updates to the big Nintendo games. This week, Mario Maker yesterday, Animal Crossing today, and Tetris overnight tonight. I think it starts at like 12 midnight Eastern, or I don't know if it starts at midnight Eastern or midnight Japanese time, or excuse me, whatever. But we'll be playing it tomorrow. So let's see what we got. Okay, thanks for your hard work and the support of the good folks at Fellow. The museum can now display more specimens than ever before. It's adding finer works of art to this fine institution's repertoire. So there was the second level that made no sense in the museum. And apparently that's going to be where art goes once I had some art. So we'll have him assess these. We'll probably sign off for YouTube at that point. The museum already has all of these, so I have to hang on to them till tomorrow. Cool. Well, so the YouTube gang, I'm going to shut off here. Appreciate you watching. Have this upload sometime after the stream today. So if you liked what you saw so far, we'll be going for, I don't know, at least another half hour or so here this afternoon. Planting some shrubs, maybe using that Miles ticket I got. And yeah, so thanks for watching, YouTube gang, and we'll see you tomorrow with some Tetris. Hey guys, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the bell for notifications. Been trying a lot of new content on the page lately, and I appreciate people who are keeping up with it. If you're only here for Big Joe, you can always hit this button for the playlist, or you can check out some of my other content by clicking right here.